Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2022, recording here at Dry Fly Distillery. And my guest for this session is Stefanie Collins, who is running for Spokane County Prosecuting Attorney.
So, hello.
Nice to get a chance to meet you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And introduce yourself to voters and just tell us about where you grew up and where did you start going to school.
Well, I grew up on the wet side of the state, which is
pretty wet lately. But yeah.
I was going to say that's apropos. I promise I didn't bring the weather over here. I promise I would much rather be outside gardening and playing tennis and enjoying the outdoor adventure Spokane has to offer. So I grew up in a small farming community in western Washington, an area known for its tulips in the Skagit Valley. And I grew up working in the field, starting at about age 14, picking strawberries, roguing spinach, planting cabbage. My parents are both teachers, and during the summer, my father would ride a pea viner and work out in the fields as well. And that's where I sort of developed my work ethic, I think, is working side by side with both adults and fellow students. When other kids were out playing, I was on my hands and knees getting dirty, trying to get fruit to eager buyers. So, and then after that, I went to live in Germany for a year. I'm first generation American.
Yeah.
Both my parents are immigrants, and my father was a recipient of the Fulbright Scholarship on, I think, 4 different occasions. And in 1985, we went and lived in Germany for a year, and I went to school in high school, another year of high school in Germany, in Berlin. And then in 1986, I began my 4-year stint at the University of Washington. My son just graduated from there. I'm sorry, all Cougars fans, but
I won't hold it again. I'm a Coug, but I won't hold it against you.
Yes. Well, he just graduated from there and is back in town starting a paramedic program so that he too can give back in public service in the medical field. So after undergraduate, I wanted to explore a different part of the state, and I'd really never been east of the mountains before. And I was fortunate enough to have been admitted into Gonzaga Law School, and I started there in 1990, and I fell in love with Spokane. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, you'll have to take me out of here kicking and screaming. Tell you. It was a learning curve, though, I have to say, because I'd never heard of a sprinkler system before. My parents equipped me with chains. I'd never heard of siping tires or snow tires before. Air conditioning. Who has air conditioning in Western Washington, right? So anyway, I moved here in 1990, went to law school for 3 years, and then during law school, I actually worked at the public defender's office, about the city and the county. And I was picked up by the county prosecutor's office in April of 1994. And 28 years and counting later, here I sit.
Well, it's interesting to start out on the defense side and then so get to see both sides of the job.
No, when I would be homesick, my mom would have Perry Mason tuned in on the TV. Yeah. And I thought I would be Perry Mason. But at the same time, I thought that Hamilton Berger guy, he needs some help. He needs how to pick his cases. Why are you still prosecuting innocent people after all these years? So I like.
I don't remember if Hamilton Berger ever won a case.
I'm not sure that he ever did. I'm not. So yeah, I choose my cases more wisely than Hamilton Berger did.
Good lesson to learn from that show.
Yes, definitely.
So speaking of other lessons, so living in Germany for a year, are there some things that you observe there that help shape the way that you see things back here in your community?
I do. I'm a firm believer in travel. I think it's so important for people to see different cultures, different ways of living, experience not only just different foods, but different ethnicities. And so I've been a single parent for 15 years, and while I'm not able to give my children a big house or fancy cars or the latest in electronics, what I do give them is travel. And the three of us really are quite an amazing travel team. And we have experienced all sorts of different cultures, foods, experiences. It really broadens my perspective on the human condition.
Okay. So what inspired you to run for office?
Well, I've been plugging along for 28 years, and I was really happy just doing the work that I thought I was doing very well. And it's not just me that thought I was doing well. All my bosses, I'm working for my 4th elected prosecutor right now. And I've been promoted through the ranks, and they all seem to have a trust and faith in me. And I saw over the last 8 years things that I would like to see done differently. And so I thought, well, the only way to see that happening is by throwing my name into the ring or into the hat, whatever the colloquialism is. And it was a huge leap. It was a huge leap. I've, as a single parent and plugging along and doing this for 28 years, this is A, all I know, B, all I want to do for a career, and I really don't have a what's next plan. So for me to take this leap is a demonstration of my commitment both to this job and my community here.
Well, that's actually a really good lead in to just giving you the last word and that last minute wrap up of telling people why they should vote for Stefanie Collins for Spokane County Prosecuting Attorney.
Well, thank you for asking, and I appreciate everybody for watching this show. I believe it's time for bold, fresh, and new leadership, someone who's engaged in the community. I'm a firm believer in full transparency. You as taxpayers deserve to know how your prosecutor is holding offenders accountable, how we're getting justice for victims, and how funding sources, courts, and community leaders are either helping or hindering us. And I have a very specific 4-point plan to prosecute myself out of a job. Now, I say that tongue-in-cheek, but I have been doing this long enough to have full confidence that my plan will take a bite out of crime in a way that we've never seen before. And if you'd like to learn more about me and what my plan consists of, you can look me up at electcollinsprosecutor.com.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Stefanie. And
thank you.
We'll have fun with the campaign.
I will. I do. Thank you.
Okay.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids.
Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Hey voters, join me, Kirk Cameron, on Saturday, September 24th with We Believe, We Vote at the Spokane Convention Center for a night of celebrating biblical citizenship.
Join We Believe We Vote for our annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 with Kirk Cameron. For tickets and event information, please visit WeBelieveWeVote.com. That's WeBelieveWeVote.com. We'll see you there.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none from the time you call to the end of the project.